You know, everybody wants to learn to serve with a Continental grip, but that is not easy sometimes. Why Continental grip? Because this grip, when you hold the racket like this, allows you to create more power and more spin on your serves. But often that is not easy for little players or beginning players. So if you're a coach or a parent trying to teach somebody to serve with a Continental grip, I'm going to show you a series of little drills that will guide you through a very simple process in serving with a Continental grip. We are going to start with the player being at the fence. To serve with the Continental grip, first we have to understand the pronation. The pronation is when we turn the palm and the forearm inward like this. So if I'm going to bring my hand up like this with the edge of my palm upwards, if I'm going to make a contact with the ball, I have to turn my palm inward to meet the ball. So the pronation is when the palm turns inward like this. Okay? So for this, I'm going to bring my student, in this case I'm going to be the student, close to the fence, and I'm going to ask him or her to turn sideways and just practice swinging up, giving high fives to the fence, but instead of hitting I'm basically bringing my hand up with the edge, and then before I make contact with the fence, I'm going to turn my hand inward, and the contact with the fence is going to be flat with my palm. Okay, so practice this in the beginning. After a few repetitions, I'm going to have my student hold the racket with a Continental grip and tell him or her that this is actually her palm, and she's going to swing with the edge of the racket up, but before she makes contact with the fence, she's going to turn inward, and the contact is done with the strings facing forward. So like this, swing up on edge and turn and make contact with the strings. Okay, so in this way we learn the pronation. If you look at me, you see the edge of my racket coming towards you, but then I turn inward and I make contact with the strings. Okay, so I swing up on edge and I turn and I make contact. Next, I'm going to bring my student close to the net, and we're going to use balls. The next progression, after we understand the pronation, okay, so swinging up on edge and then turning the palm so that the racket makes contact with the ball with the strings, I'm going to bring my student close to the net. I'm going to have him or her start in the L position with the arm and forearm forming an L. Edge of my racket pointing up, and I'm going to toss the ball and tell him or her to swing up to the ball with the edge of the racket, and before she makes contact, to turn. Okay? So just like we did at the fence, I'm going to swing up on edge and turn. So we are going to practice pronation. Okay? Swing up and pronate. Okay? Swing up on edge, pronate. One more time. Swing up on edge and pronate. So very important to learn to pronate by swinging up and pronating. Very easy drill to learn to serve with a Continental grip. Obviously later on, we are going to add the follow through, and we're going to move from closer to the net all the way to the baseline. So emphasizing this, swing up on edge, pronate, and follow through. Okay? So use this drill to teach beginning players to serve with a Continental grip. Very important, it's all about pronation.